So get ready for some unconventional play. It's Alexis LEBRUN to start. As wide as can be on a serve, and it's untouched. Not an ace the way we normally think of it, but an ace nonetheless for the first serve.
He's up against the world #1, the world champion here. And what I like about Alexis and Felix, for that matter, is that they don't show too much respect to their opponents.
I know what you mean. It's like there's no fear. It's like you're just another person.
Yeah. And that's what it takes.
I agree. I mean, you have to remember, anyone you deal with in life is a human being.
You can come up so quick sometimes. You're brushing shoulders all of a sudden with your heroes. You can suffer from imposter syndrome. I can't see the LEBRUN brothers suffering with that.
Yeah, they definitely don't. A chop block for the edge, sat up a little bit as wide as can be, and a little bit of fortune there for the Frenchman.
Yep. Unlucky there, Fan. Still. Good flare. That was nice.
Yeah, good placement here. Fan Zhendong testing the wide forehand. One thing that impresses me so much about Alexis LEBRUN is that he moves so well. He can play a big shot, give up positioning for a minute, but he's not afraid to just go for that frisbee throwing backhand, that really whippy rip, even out of position.
His grip is quite unique as well. Like Timo does sometimes, Timo Ball, when he puts his finger high on the push and touch with the forehand, and get a lot of control and awareness around the net. Holds it very loosely, the bat.
Yeah, I think that makes him quite, well, not committed, really. It gives him a lot of options for what he can do, and he uses that very much to his advantage.
4-5.
Already we've seen Fan put his finger up his to say, I'm not ready yet. Please just wait for me to prepare myself.
Well, this is the talk of the internet. Crowd likes it. It's a bit counterculture here.
7-4.
Gonna say, in terms of the body language, they just have a completely separate standard. You see both of the LEBRUN brothers letting off steam, vocalizing from time to time. That shot is dangerous. This is the freedom that he plays with.
I absolutely love it. And I think he's brimming with confidence, having beat the player that would like to think of himself as the best young player in Europe, Truls Morgard, twice in a row recently.
And by world ranking, understandably so.
Yeah.
6,
I mean,
7.
yeah, still right there at the top. Having lost to Fan Zhendong so close, 4-2 at the smash. Truls is an immense talent.
Right, he's definitely shown his ability to come back. And a fast, long, dead serve comes back into the net. Lee Swin with a big smile there in the background. Just everything a bit creative. Matt Molan, coach. A very peculiar look there as he licks the corners of the lips. How fluid is this backhand? And Alexis LEBRUN up. Someone asked me before the match, I don't like to put myself on the line too much with predictions because they don't tend to really serve anyone, but what his chances were, I think you were part of that conversation.
Yeah, I don't mind putting my head on the chopping block from time to time.
You said 35-65, right?
Yeah.
What a recovery. He lost his footing in this, but still kept the soft hands. I mean, there's just something so scrappy about the game. Alexis LEBRUN seems like he can do anything, and you never really know what's about to come.
Let. 9-7.
Fan Zhendong taking a long, hard look at that spin. Oh, well, now slows it down. Now, this is, again, that beware of dog sign, the danger, because we've seen LEBRUN rip the ball from behind the table for winners, and he was just waiting there like a wound-up jack in the box, and it's 3 game points. The chop block and the residual side spin to follow. What hands and what a start here. But the ability to adjust makes him world number 1.
0-1.
How do you adjust to somebody? I mean, there can't be a practice partner like Alexis LEBRUN in China.
No. Sparring partner can replicate the power and spin and depth and speed, but not quite the style.
Like this shot here.
Yeah, that's literally a punch to a pretty spinny serve there. I mean, that's the Zhang Jike Mark II reverse pendulum.
It's so unpredictable. Plays one soft, gets behind the table. The rhythm, or the lack thereof, is causing a serious problem right now for Fan Zhendong. Not a point dropped yet for France's LEBRUN, Alexis LEBRUN. And the rip on the backhand.
It's the ownership of risk that Alexis LEBRUN has.
And after this point is over, you also see what you said about not offering too much respect. There's no imposter syndrome or sort of like, sir, yes, sir, I'm just thankful to be on the table with you. He's owning it. And a much-needed point here for Fan Zhendong.
Well, look who he beat last time he was here in Macau. Da Pun, Liang Jingquin, Big Fatty. He could beat Little Fatty here the way he's going. And, I mean, when he came up against Tomokazu Haramoto for the first time, just swept him aside 3-0. Really has the belief.
And here, deception on the flick as well. The first towel break, he's got 5 of 6 points played. And look at his service conversion. That right there, 5/6. Just like the first 6 points. So 83%. That's 33% more than his opponent.
6-1.
I'm fascinated to see Felix LEBRUN sat between some Chinese coaches there, and the Chinese coaches are having a chin wag about what they are witnessing right here. What an interesting, amazing spectacle this is. The man with the spectacles, 6-1 up. Is he really going back and lobbing now? He's got a bit of a lead.
Now, in terms of comfort, I think to mix it up is one thing. A lob is considered the last resort in table tennis by any definition in the book, unless you recognize that someone's really struggling with it, Hao Shuai. You just don't lob intentionally almost ever.
Let. 2-6.
Both players a little surprised there. Didn't realize the ball touched the net on the way over. Didn't see it.
I like what Fan Zhendong's doing here, just taking a bit longer, just delaying things. Maybe he can draw out some impatience.
3.
And that's smart. This is the thing. Are players doing this intentionally, or is it just their rhythm? Now, if it does feel intentional, or it does feel like stalling, Fan Zhendong will be warned. He will be asked to play. But you can understand why he would want to slow down Alexis LEBRUN. After all, both of the LEBRUN brothers serve incredibly quickly. They just sort of steamroll in, and a timeout here on Alexis LEBRUN's side.
Timeout.
It's his way of showing that he is just a human. But extra side spin and top spin on this ball. And it gives 1 point closer to Fan Zhendong. After what, was it 6-1?
Something like that.
I think that was the point where LEBRUN started to lob. And look here, the Fan Zhendong fan club still nervous. But fans sign perfectly right there. 6 of the last 8 points to the world number 1, Fan Zhendong. This last one defensive and a bit shallow on the table, clobbered. The opportunity completely taken, followed up by Fan Zhendong.
Put him on the naughty step there. This is fascinating now. Wang Hao in the corner, like you say. 3-time Olympic singles finalist.
6-8.
So what is Fan Zhendong changing out here to keep Alexis LEBRUN from getting aggressive and in control?
The pace of ball, giving him something slower and spinnier. Something that Alexis could overthink.
And now turning up the heat here, Alexis LEBRUN taking the reins back.
See, once there's already so much pace on the ball, it's very difficult to slow it down.
I've seen LEBRUN do that a few times, but you're right, it is. Stays close. That one looked like it could have come down on the net and then climbed over. Fan Zhendong quick to get back in. This is something with time and experience after the Lin Shidong viral video versus Christian Carlsen. That happens once and then never again. Extra spin there in the choke. Alexis LEBRUN unafraid within 1 point. If he goes up 2-0, the percentages start to get really interesting. Good opportunity here from Alexis LEBRUN, but Fan Zhendong puts up 2 game points now. It's nowhere near midnight, but we're definitely experiencing a thriller right now. 8 serving 10. Fan Zhendong secures it 11-8.
When he had the lead, that he wanted to put on a show, Alexis.
1-0.
Well, if that was the case, I mean, how many videos have we seen of someone turning right before they cross the finish line to look at the camera, hold up a peace sign, and then the bike crashes? Shot block ready. It could have just been a lapse in focus for a moment, or just an idea that didn't work out. Maybe our speculating is a moot point, but 2 points to Alexis LEBRUN. And he continues on, similar score line to in game number 2. It was 6-1 for me when that lobbing happened. And then Fan Zhendong did not let go for a while.
Yeah, tried to bluff the flick.
Yeah, a little bit in between. It looked like he knew that if he goes deep to that cross-court forehand, he's going to be in trouble coming down. Ooh. Tries for the long serve to the deep backhand corner. It's got to be risky, not afraid to take that risk. Fan Zhendong with the hand up. Says, I'm not back and ready yet. Now remember the very first serve of the match? It was that wide ace. This is the second widest serve I can recall from Alexis LEBRUN, and it's unusually wide. Almost as if to say, I dare you to try and step around or do something fancy with this. Felix watching on, 16 years old, in the shoes of Alexis here. The strong legs to carry him around. Felix is getting taller still. He's going to be taller than Alexis with time, it seems. A nice deep push here.
Yeah, we don't often see players push with the backhand long. It's usually a flick. Push usually comes from the forehand. Fan did it in the previous game as well, so it can have that surprise element and force an error in the opponent.
5-3.
So a lot of side spin on the first one. Fan Zhendong not bothered, brings it back to baseline. So you brought it up earlier, that hand raise, just to make sure that he's not rushed into playing.
6-3.
I think I did go back and watch the Yuan Lead Sun match.
Yeah.
And it's a fine balance. Nobody wants to feel like they're being told what to do too much. Well, now long kick and serve fast into the backhand side. The body language of Fan Zhendong to me in this moment looked a little bit stressed, a little bit concerned. It was the moments after that.
Oh, the half-long push and the counter. That is a combo right there.
Well, this is concerning because Fan Zhendong plays it with heavy spin, and Alexis reaches out. Again, we talk about big sweet spots. From out of position, no problem to rip that down the line. A 5-point lead for Alexis LEBRUN. And really works hard from the middle there to turn. Second towel break. This is what concern looks like if you could put it into a picture. I like the way he comes into the push with the racket. because you can't tell where he's going to go. It's a little bit baseline, and it comes back long, deep to the backhand. The touch, the feeling, and the footwork. Drop shots aren't easy. What an undying effort to save this from Alexis LEBRUN. It's the soft play, the fishing shot. And now still 6 game points left. Fan Zhendong has to play every point in a way like it's just crucial. If this game gets away, anything could happen.
5-10.
Just leaning back there, just moving back as he played the backhand. You've got to plant your feet first. All stems from the footwork. Fan Zhendong coming in now.
And there it is, the long push. Once again, Alexis LEBRUN mixes it up. Good start here from a man on a mission. So 63% of the fans said Fan Zhendong would win this. This is not over yet, but 37% of fans right now are starting to stand up. A little bit shallow, Fan Zhendong taking advantage of the opportunity with the angle here.
Shows that he's at least relaxed, Alexis. I mean, you got a question going back so much, but still.
I don't know if the relaxed is a good thing or not. For some players it is, for some it's not. Some play better when they're hot. Alexis LEBRUN, I feel like when he relaxes a little bit, if he forgets to get aggressive.
I mean, relaxed in the body. You know, in the mind, he's never really relaxed, Alexis. Well, at least he doesn't seem like that. But, I mean, it comes with the belief. And he has the belief, so he will be. But it's kind of a juxtaposition to describe.
Yeah, for me, I'm still not sure. It's a very fine balance.
Wow.
While apologizing, the hole. His hand was up. It was a very efficient sort of apology, while sort of expressing the excitement of succeeding on a big step round scoreline here. Fan Zhendong doesn't want to leave this up to chance. Shot block attempted, but the start here is similar to where we were last time, except on the other side. Long, fast, and very subtle there. Fan Zhendong can't afford to keep it close.
Coming out the fingers of the Frenchman here. Fan is doing the basics a little bit better. He's adopted the no matter what attitude. He's going to play his shots here.
7-1.
I think this is right. LEBRUN needs to take his chances on the attack, but heavy spin comes in. He's made shots like this before. Very one-sided game so far. But we felt that way in game 2.
8-1.
Wiping the brow there for a minute, as there's no towel break except every 6 points or multiple of 6. Nice parallel power on the line here.
Imagine being Alexis right now.
Okay.
Someone who was outside the top 1,000 at the start of last season.
Hey, it's your serve. You've been waiting for it.
It's the lollipop.
Ooh, and a breakdance move. He saves his groin in the process.
You know, if you take this game against Fan Zhendong, there are going to be billions of people that know about this. And I know he's already on the map. But again, I come back to the imposter syndrome thing. Does he feel like it's too soon for him to beat Fan Zhendong? Does he feel like he can already? For some people, they build up to a result like this. Alexis, it's all happened so quick.
These things that you and I experience, that we experience and that fans experience, I feel like the professionals are so good at learning how to ignore these distractions.
9-4.
I like that. Just volleys it out of the air. If you're newer to table tennis, once the ball's clearly missed the table, the point is over. It doesn't matter if you touch it. Basement rules are different. Good placement here.
Yep, high but short enough on the table.
Fan Zhendong going for a little walk here. Interesting.
He's used his timeout. Alexis has not.
It's going to say the other way around, right?
5, 10.
I think so. So 5 game points for Fan Zhendong to send this to the decider. And that is it. We are going to game number 5. You know what to do. Grab those snacks. Kill shot, first point, that forehand flick.
The matches I've seen Alexis when it comes to the 5th and final game, he has won the vast majority in the decider.
Much smaller sample pool than that of Fan Zhendong,
Flat.
but
That's
still a good
point.
1-0.
And it is a good point that you make as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Inside the table, Fan Zhendong springing through with the step.
Good point there. Tried the same thing again, Alexis. Fan Zhendong's peripheral table awareness, knowing what's attackable, coming into play there. Sweeps over it.
The long push was quite effective in game 3 for Alexis LEBRUN and the early parts of the match. He disguises it well. Fan Zhendong seems to be ready. There's not a lot of time to learn a player in a best of 5. But this is as much time as you can have. It is the final possible game. Oh, well, nah. Patient from the back of the table. The finger breaker earns him the point. Watch him scrape this one off.
Oh, the fade straight off a half-long serve. Just drifted a little bit too long, I think. Fan Zhendong wanted to make it slightly tighter.
2 in a row. For me, the power Alexis LEBRUN has, even behind the table, he's just quite unpredictable. And the shoulder muscle, the way he's able to just put the arm anywhere and pick his place on the table. Ooh, second time I can recall now, especially in a moment like this.
He's missed a couple of serves in the last week where he's rushed into it. He did it against Lim Jong-hoon.
He's missed a couple of serves in the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Which happens.
This is the trend. The
High
rushing
risk.
works for him, but sometimes it might not. Swings and roundabouts.
We just have to remember, though, that these serves need to be high risk.
Yeah.
If they're too cautious or they're too lukewarm, anything sort of half-baked, it's not going to cause any problems for Fan Zhendong, much the opposite.
Well, I mean, these players train at high intensity, high risk, so to then not play like that could actually be high risk in an actual match.
They will switch sides. Fan Zhendong with a 2-point lead coming into the side switch here halfway through the decider.
Wow. What a way to finish the day this is.
A reminder of where we are. Just looking around the stadium here, you'll have a chance to see the fans for yourself. Extra pressure here. Fan Zhendong with authority, turning the corner. And that extra bit of spin makes the ball carry back long. But the quality of rally that we're seeing now, not so many big rallies like this. Now this is where it starts to feel like it's getting away. Anything is possible, but 4 points in front and 4 points away from moving on to the semifinals, the world #1. With a deep, long look into the eyes of his opponent to see what he's feeling, what he might be expecting here. The touch play, the hands under pressure, keeping it cool.
Nice little angle there. Fan just tries to dink it back.
Just sat on the net, and now the timeout for Fan Zhendong. I was a little bit confused about which sound was coming out of whom in each of those last moments right before the serve, but it felt a little bit animalistic from these two, trying to put down the authority. You've used the word alpha many times in this week. That felt like one of the more subtle yet alpha moves between these two. And now a 1-point game. The streak, the comeback streak continues. He was down 7-3 or 3-7. And a big serve here. Outstanding backhand, and he is 4 in a row, dead even. It's 7 points out of Fan Zhendong's timeout.
Now he's in that zone, and I mean in game 1 we saw him in that zone, and Fan Zhendong couldn't do anything to outplay him. This is a red sign right now. Red warning light for the man in red.
Clever idea, but an escape here. Fan Zhendong back up by 1.
This timid, shy man now is bringing out a bit of alpha, bit of man in there. And he's got a lot of it, the way he plays his table tennis. He lets that do the talking.
Ooh, the very long push. Again, just constantly changing up his spins. And it's so tough to read.
And now he's got the serves at 8-all in the 5th. Oh.
8-8.
Back to the serve he started with. It's been effective. That short to the backhand, wide serve, and the big follow-up attack. This means we're either going to see 9-9 or 2 match points. 6 of the last 8 to Alexis LEBRUN.
Oh, he went for the wide one and it hit the net. Will he do it again?
I probably would. But that's why I'm not him. Alexis LEBRUN sets up 2 match points against the world #1, Fan Zhendong. He's 19 years old. He's world ranked number 22, one of the movers and shakers. It is guarded optimism within the French camp here. Cannot celebrate too early. It is not over yet. The top of the net, and he saves match point. The crowd goes nuts. It's still not over. He's got 1 more to save. Look at the nerves in the crowd hiding behind their signs, and this man 1 point away from the biggest imaginable win. Alexis LEBRUN does it with an edge ball. Talk about mixed emotions here. This is a massive win, a defensive play, and he can let out the